Greetings everyone, this is First Centurion 753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution. A return to the golden age of Greece. Greece has been expanding their empire, as we've said in the past couple episodes. A few things I wanted to show you that I noticed. I was looking through a few things. Let's go into the UN real quick. I'm not going to do a statistical review, I just wanted to show you guys a few things here. There are some good numbers, but there are some bad numbers. What was that? Oh, that's population. Politique is what I want to take a look at, because in this episode we're going to try to cut a lot of that foreign aid in an effort to rebuild our surplus, which is going to definitely get hit. The trade contracts, a number of big trade contracts are up, and in the next 2 months most of my biggest trade contracts are up. And like I said, I might not actually try to renegotiate contracts. Again, this 17% inflation number is my biggest concern right now as far as the economy goes, and I'd like to still, it's gone down a lot, but I really want to drive it down a lot more. If you take a look at foreign aid real quick, and then the foreign aid, our budget surplus was down to 38 billion, which is the lowest it's been in a while. So real quick, I just wanted to go to foreign aid before where was foreign aid? Where did I see foreign aid? I don't know where I put where foreign aid was. Oh, crap, I had an interesting number. Oh, economic aid right there. This is pretty interesting. Look at this. Greece is almost the most generous country in the world. $13.2 billion. Second only to the United States. Now, if that doesn't say global power, I don't know what does. Now, so, yeah. Check out Politique. There are some interesting things here in the UN. The UN has been revised. Okay, we've got new Security Council members, so we're going to try to eliminate foreign aid. Tunisia's one that's usually an ally, but Libya's gone. I think, well, we'll probably keep aid to Libya. But a lot of these other African countries that we were giving aid to, we're just going to cut all that aid probably. And I don't know if I'm giving aid to India or not. This is interesting. Indochina. Basically, all the communist countries here in Indochina are now on the Security Council. It's a 3-member block of nations: Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. I don't know if that ever happens. That's kind of a unique scenario. Turkmenistan, Iran is still on it. Ethiopia, I can't remember if they were on it or not. A lot of these countries I am going to cut. Now, this is an interesting development here. I noticed Saudi Arabia is blue. So Saudi Arabia is actually a dependency of Iran. They lost. The Saudi Arabians lost, and they are now a dependency of Iran, one of our rival countries. So, what does that mean exactly? Should I try to go and liberate Saudi Arabia? Make them a colony of my own? I don't know. Also, I noticed before, I think I mentioned that Poland was also out of the EU and out of the Security Council. They are, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but they are a dependency of Belarus because they lost that war as well. So, wars are causing new colonies and new dependencies. Countries are falling out of becoming non-members of the UN, and things are sort of collapsing here. Back to taxation. Our debt is almost at below 100 billion. We're approaching that 100 billion mark of debt. Look at the excess, though. It has dropped significantly. Alright, down to 37. We were in the 50 billion. So, in order to solve that problem, we're going to go into aid here. And a lot of these countries that are no longer on the Security Council, here's the gifts we're giving. Guyana, you are done. You are done. Boom, confirm. You're done. Cambodia, you're still on the council. Central Republican African Republic, boom. It's not like any of these even mattered when we were trying to bribe these guys, because none of them voted for us anyway. India, Syria, I'm still going to give a lot of aid to. India, I hope this is working. Boom, we're done with India aid. No more aid to them. Libya, I'm going to keep. China, why am I giving aid to China? Get rid of China aid. Boom, done. Who else? China, Russia, I'm giving aid to Russia. Man, I was trying to bribe everybody, wasn't I? Get rid of the aid to Russia. Egypt, definitely get rid of Egyptian aid. Why am I eating them at all? They're next on my list, my target list. Egypt. Swaziland, you are done. You are done. Iran. If I can click on these guys. Swaziland, you are done. Boom. Who else? Iran. You're done. And I am giving aid to Jordan, Palestine, that's fine. Jamaica, Barbados, this is to try to get, I think, money in, or bases out there somewhere. And these are kind of token amounts here that I'm not too worried about. Vietnam, I guess we could keep. Yeah, so let's just shut that down there, and let's see how that improves over the course of the week. Suppression of economic aid. Reconsider your decision. Reduction of your aid to our country. This year's below to the economic. Wow, look at all that. Look at all those reactions. I wonder if this will lead to some sort of instability or care for refugees. Suppression of aid to Russia. Confidential information about Algeria. There's proof the Algerian government secretly finances Sudan Democratic Liberation Front. Interesting. More dirt on Algeria. I think we have a lot.
Our governmental cell informed.
Yeah, we already targeted one of them in the last episode. We're going to go ahead and target another one. And let's try to push through this week and see what our economic results are from cutting all that aid. Ah, there it is. We already gained it back. $4.6 billion from cutting all that aid. Okay, moles are unprotected. Refuse. And here is...
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating key center.
Excellent. Pause. One of our newly acquired allies, Spain, wants a meeting. We're definitely going to meet with Spain. They're part of the Levant, and I thought that we were in January 22nd, right? January 22nd. And our GDP is still high. Let's see here. Go into the economy. This contract does not look good. It looks... I thought they let you know when the contract is up. I guess they're not going to let me know when the contracts are up. They're just going to end the contracts. But it doesn't seem like the expiration of those trade contracts with the United States has really hurt the Greek economy at all. I feel like we're still at high growth. No budge in inflation. Let's try to run this.
One of my men succeeded.
Yeah, infiltrate these different groups here. And I don't see any repercussions from the suppression of those contracts. I should have checked my exports and imports before to see if they're still going. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to make sure and confirm was, did we gain that airplane? No, see that, so that airplane does not come to us. Okay. So even though our industries produce one airplane, it does not build up our surplus at all. Saudi Arabia. 2 nuclear missiles from Nauru. How did Nauru get nuclear missiles? Unemployment is up to 5.6. That may have been because of the contracts being suppressed. Yeah, and there I think we saw a little bit of dip in GDP, not a lot. And there's the inflation going down. Unemployment's up, growth is down. Okay, so we got impacted by those the end of those contracts for sure. All right. One thing I was considering with the dealing with inflation, we have a pretty decent sized budget here. I was considering to cut the sales tax 1%. That's a $6 billion loss, which would put us back into the 30s right now. Not sure if I'm going to do that or not. What I wanted to do was actually try to meet with some of these unions who really do not like us. The union, which is disappointing since we have a communist government. So let's try and meet with these unions. We can promise them a few things. We can promise them, we're going to meet with all these union heads for one. We can promise them increased minimum wage, or we can promise them, let's slow down here for a second, either increase minimum wage, or I think we can promise them a sales tax cut. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And I want to go into work real quick here. Let's see what our situation is on minimum wage. That doesn't seem to cost too much. What if we maxed it out? That would be 8 billion. That's a lot. What if I drop this down to 1,000? That's 1 billion. That's not bad. So I think we can go up to at least 1,000. That's almost $2 billion. I'm willing to go pretty high on the minimum wage. I'm not going to offer that though. I'll probably offer 900 to start. We're going to up minimum wage. That should deal with inflation as well, hopefully. So upping minimum wage as well as reducing sales tax cuts. I think those would be two pretty popular measures that could hopefully get the unions back on our side. And then boost our popularity.
Really be described as fatal. 2 arrests.
This is nonsense. 2 arrests. There's only 2 people in the organization. We're not going to assassinate anyone at the moment. And here's a meeting with Spain. Let's see what they want. If they have something to buy, I'm going to buy it. Or if they're selling something, yeah.
In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract, which, as you will see, is profitable for both our countries.
Let's see what you got. Average purchase price. Alright, they want to buy the coal from us, I guess, because we're not... We are going to run out of coal. But our national consumption still has coal pretty high. This would save the economy, but it would hurt our inflation. It would save the GDP, but hurt our inflation. I'm going to refuse this contract right now. Renegotiate military alliance. Let's get authorization for bases. Incompatible rights. Okay, before we do that, we need land authorization. Let's offer it. And we've got it. Nice. That's good. Now, can we build bases? If we can build bases, I think Spain does have a few excellent... let me see if I can get another one. Ah, at least just got one. End of the meeting. Spain, I think, does have... Yes, there's the Canary Islands, I think, down here, right? Yeah, the Canaries. We could build a base in the Canaries. Cape Verde is independent. Does Spain have any other possessions around the world? Just the Canaries, it looks like. That old Spanish Empire. Okay, a lot of things happening here.
As I predicted, the systematic analysis of the
54%, good. That's a good hit for them.
It's true that the blow cannot really be described as
Shiite resistance force, wow. Our terrorist organizations seem to be amassing in my country. Minister for Culture in Iraq is now in our pocket. Egyptian mole unprotected. Iraq confidential information. Strong suspicion that Iraq intends to secretly produce nuclear weapons. That is a strong suspicion. Nothing confirmed. I can't bring that before the council. Iraq may be a target. 1.1. That anti-terrorism got us a nice little bump there. I think it might be time to go ahead and build up that infrastructure again. When we go, I looked into here, into the statistics, just to show you real quick. We're still not getting a lot from research. Alright, Nobel Prizes, We're at 39. That's where we're stuck at 2. Only 2 points from where we were. We didn't even gain any new Nobel Prizes, and patents also have only gone up 0.9, even though there's so many patents that we're producing with new discoveries and stuff. So I think infrastructure, research infrastructure, again needs to be upgraded even further. Let's see here. Research. Okay, and hopefully this will give us a boost. Let's crank their salaries up 100. That's that should help maybe counter some inflation. And we've got 6 regions. I think we have 7 regions now, right? So that's about 136 million. Yeah, let's do 2. 200. Let's do 3. 21. 21 plus the amount of aid, plus the increase in salary, should get us over $500 million. This is going to be distributed equally among the full territory. Let's go ahead and pump that in there. And then multidisciplinary centers, I was thinking 7 for each, 1 for each territory. That's a big one. That's $4.7 billion, $1.2 billion per year. But I'm okay with that. So let's fire that up. Alright, so we're really going to try to crank up the facilities here, and let's even hire another... Whoa. Alright, 120. 120 is good. Another 10,000 researchers. So let's go ahead and push this. Hopefully this will boost our discoveries and boost everything we got going here. One thing I wanted to check out also, one last thing I wanted to check out here. Research scientists. 25. Scientists per population. 0.4. Finland's got 0.7. Okay. If we could get that up to 1%, that would be crazy. I don't know if I can do that. So, let's keep that going here. We'll see if we get a big bump for research, hopefully. 120. We're going to hire more. We're building more facilities. And I'm hoping to get a nice big bump. Education could also be stimulated, probably. What is that? Wow, Libyan Democratic Forces are advancing against Libya. This is crazy. These Libyan Democratic Forces have been around so long. Look at all these bases that have just popped up. Meeting with the Greek Fighting Union leader. Coffee?
Sure. Dark and strong.
Okay, let's see if we can negotiate minimum salary.
Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
I'm willing to bump it up to 900. 913. I'm willing to give you a $100 raise.
Very well.
Beautiful.
We accept your offer.
Beautiful. Now, I'm also willing to cut
Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
a sales tax 1%.
Very well. We accept your offer.
Okay, so those two should give me a nice little bump. Let's check this guy out. I'm trying to get these union leaders on my side because unions were hurting. Is this person corrupt at all? Moral character is very nice. We're not going to try to corrupt them. Okay. Okay. I'll say your
Cut
militants.
the crap.
Oh boy.
I
Okay. Okay. We're not going to try to placate him at all. I feel like launching some strikes against these guys just because they're there. Look at all these guys. 50 fighters. Okay, we've got... We can make it, I think, 20 fighters. There we go. And 30 fighters. There we go. We haven't launched airstrikes against Libya in a while.
one of my men succeeded in infiltrating
Cyprus
the center.
Turks. Let's go ahead and infiltrate those guys. What good these airstrikes do? I don't think they do any good, really. Workers, Federation leader. Coffee for you.
Sure.
You don't seem to like me either. Worker.
Very well.
Wait,
What-
change the subject. We don't want to do that. We're going to minimum salary.
Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
Again, make that a nice 900 bump. Suggest.
Very well. We accept your offer.
Okay, somehow I went up to 86. I did not see how that happened. And, negotiate
Very
this
well.
rate.
What kind of offer do you wish to make us? Very well. We accept your offer.
Okay. What happened there? Public sector oh, that was from the research infrastructure. That got a nice bump from us. Rebels are in retreat. Okay, since they are in retreat, let's go ahead and make them another offer. I don't think this is going to work. Proposed peace treaty abroad. Libyan Democratic Forces. See if we can get out of that. And let's keep going. Care for refugees and fight against terror.
Our governmental cell informs me.
Target
that we have
against
had
the
the opportunity to
Algerian ministry. And the last union leader. Coffee.
Sure.
Cut
Very
the
well.
sales tax,
What kind of
1%.
offer? Very well.
I didn't even check if that would actually pass. Minimum wage.
Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us?
900.
Very well. We accept your offer.
Okay, so all those groups have accepted our offers. Let's check them out real quick. Key figures, unions. These are the 3 leading unions in the country, and they still don't really like me at all. Alright, so let's see. None of the unions like me. Arts, media, national banks, aircraft carriers. That's because I bought aircraft carriers somewhere else. There aren't anyone in the aircraft carriers. National coal. Federal Employer Union. I should probably just ban all unions before the election. Look at this disaster. Fossil fuel. They should be happy about my annexation of Cyprus, right? Cyprus was affecting their waters. Fuel Union. All these unions hate me. Look at all this. How am I ever going to get reelected? All these unions. I'm the Communist Party leader. Or a Communist Party candidate. I'm not getting... Not even the student union? Or the teachers? Give me a break. Okay, so what I'm hoping is 2 things happen here. Let's check out our taxation. 39. It's going to be a big hit. And we're not going to have as much revenue. But let's see if we can't up this to 922. Give me a poll on this. Will it pass? It will pass. The people will love it, and the left will pass it big time. This is huge for the unions. We're gonna go ahead and confirm that, and then let's fire up that sales tax cut. This is gonna kill me budget-wise, but value-added tax, cut it down 1. Oh wait, I should check to see if that will actually pass too. Value-added tax. It will pass 73%. Confirm. Alright, 2 major laws here that are really going to help the country. Hopefully drive up the economy and the drive down the inflation. Right, inflation is down to 16%. That's pretty good. And the GDP is back up to 960. So I think it's recovering nicely. Growth is slow, and unemployment is up.
Business leaders are currently marching through the city.
Alright, our popularity is back up to 100. Why are business leaders complaining now? Again, peace refused. Peace will never come in Libya. We will never allow the Libyan Democratic Forces to be successful, and they will never surrender. So, we are stuck in that tough situation there. Federal Union, Federal Employer Union. Can I meet with him? I'm going to cut their contributions. Bosnia-Herzegovina secretly finances North Korean Democratic Action against terrorists. Ooh. That's interesting. Bosnia-Herzegovina, not really somebody I'm concerned conquering at the moment. I think they're in our union too, so not to really concern myself. In the meantime, we are at 100%. I think it is time to take a look at Cyprus. And let's see what type of military installations we have here. We do have an Air Force base, 46 commandos, and there's an international airport. I want to build a couple things here. We're going to the army, and I want construction of a naval base. And we're going to put this in Greece. Let's position this guy right there. Beautiful. Alright, naval base construction, and let's build an army base. We can move all our army forces into the army base. Look at that, Spain. We can build stuff in Spain. I think I want to build a naval base in the Canary Islands. How about it? Let's try that. Naval base in the Canary Islands. Which Canary? Where in the Canary Islands? That's Portugal. This looks great. Take one of these islands out here. There's an airport. Yeah, I'll put it right there, maybe, I guess, or right there. Army. Naval base construction in Spain. And we are now expanding into the Pacific right there. That looks like a nice spot. There we go. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Of course, it's really going to hit our debt. Well, it's going to hit our surplus there. But we are now becoming a global power. We're becoming an Atlantic power with that Canary naval base there. Beautiful. Intervene in West Africa, maybe. West African intervention. Protests of militarism. We lost 2 points there. Alright, so that definitely did cost us. National defense was up. Sit-ins. And again, the Pacifist Union, let's appear on television to knock them out.
Your
Okay.
television appearance was very well received.
Decisive and respected. Greece is now a global power. Alright, next step is infrastructure. And let's give some aid to Syria. Let's take a look at Syria's situation real quick. Has been improving inflation. Deficit, national deficit is below 10%. I think that's good. Did I not meet with this guy already? Good lord. Oh, this is the federal employers. Negotiate mandatory employer contribution.
Very well. What kind of offer do you wish to make us? Interesting. We're nearly there.
2%.
Go on. Very well.
Alright, that's going to be a tough one to get past, I think. Let's see here. 2% cut in employer contribution. That's $3 billion. A lot of tax cuts coming in here. And it will pass with the right-wing parties. Let's go ahead and confirm that sucker. I should have given them another percentage
The
point.
sit-in begins to run out of steam.
Okay, so we're cutting a lot of taxes. which is definitely going to hurt our surplus. And public debt is now up that's about 10 billion because of the bases, it looks like. Public finances, employment. Yeah, employers might be more willing to hire more people now.
Our sportsmen are ready.
Oslo Winter Olympics. Let's go. Let's see what we can do in the winter. Repatriating troops country sit-in total lasted 3 days.
As I predicted, the systematic analysis of the
Partial
habits of small
dismantlement of
groups
this new
has
group
allowed us
estimated
to
at
strike a
20%. And don't worry about eliminating head of state there. In the meantime, let's see. It's been 30 minutes. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. And those laws will pass. We'll see what the impact is. An increased minimum wage, decreased employer contribution, and decreased sales tax. I have a feeling it's going to stimulate the economy. I am just concerned about the inflation again. But we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget you can support me on Patreon. I'll put the description in the links. And like and subscribe if you enjoy the video and want to see more. See you in the next episode.